I'll bring it up later.
Okay.
It always comes back, even if
Yeah,
you
it
don't
always
want it.
comes back.
Well, yeah, it does. So, hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the city. We're
Oh wait,
back.
I'm not allowed to do the intro anymore.
No, I wanted to do it this time. I
Do
wanted
it
to
good
do it
then.
very like nice and calm and relaxing.
Do it good then.
Welcome to the damn city. I already did it.
Uh, nice and calm and relaxing. That's the one we're keeping. It's
Yeah, agreed.
Dave, Missy, Casey, and Dave.
And
Oh
Yeti.
yeah, I forgot we did
Oh,
that.
and
Yeah,
Yeti.
and a Yeti. So it's been a minute,
It really has.
and
It's been many
that's
minutes.
because Dave was extremely busy with his student teaching.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of sick of staring at Zoom.
Yeah, that's fair.
Would you say then,
But now you're done.
Dave, did you get zoomed out?
Oh, yeah, hardcore. Hardcore is zoomed out. This is the first time I've touched Zoom in a week.
Good for you.
Yeah, you needed a break. I mean, that makes sense. Dude, I'm
Um,
still like jealous of you, like with your student teaching. Not the whole Zoom part, because like that really sucks, and I do feel bad for you about that. But that sounds like super pity, but I didn't mean it that way.
no,
But
I
like,
get it.
yeah, your fucking students actually gave a shit about when you left. Mine didn't. I barely got a goodbye. I didn't get jack shit. Oh my god, I'm like still bitter about it. I'm still bitter. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, no, they loved me. Even the 10th graders were like, "Oh, we're gonna miss you," and I'm just like, "I taught you once."
Well, you must have made an impact, which is nice. I mean,
It's because Dave has the appeal of like one of those lost baby seals you hear about on the news. Like it's somehow it got separated from its mother, and it's found its way on a fucking fishing vessel, and for some reason the seal is now just a yeoman, and it works on the ship, and it's not concerned about getting back to its mother because c'est la vie.
I mean, that's pretty accurately. That's a pretty accurate description of student teaching on Zoom.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing the entire time, but the only difference is the captain's also a lost seal that has no idea what they're doing. So we're both just seals running the ship with no idea what's going on.
good metaphor right there. We're both just seals. So, do you feel like a teacher now?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Not at all?
Not at all. I feel less like a teacher than I did before.
Dude,
It's
that's
good.
like the opposite of what you should feel.
No, I think that's good because now the veneer is off. Not that I thought you had any preconceived notions about it before, but now you realize, oh wow, teaching shit.
Yeah, but like he didn't even start his career yet. He shouldn't be going into it with that.
Uh, I think a lot of it has to do because I had a discussion with both my supervisor and my co-op about this, and excuse the chinchilla running noises in the background.
So you talk to them.
But the biggest thing, which most new teachers have a problem with, is classroom management, and
Mm-hmm.
having my student teaching over Zoom completely removed that from the equation. Like I didn't think it would be completely, but it was to the point where if I didn't like what the students were saying, I could hit mute all, and then they were just quiet.
You can't do that when they're back in the classroom.
Yes,
Nope.
you absolutely can.
You can't.
I mean, you could leave the room.
Taser.
I mean, that's like life's mute all and just fucking leave.
Or do teachers still use like the pointing sticks?
Just whack them.
Oh,
No, you sharpen the end and you just jab them.
ooh,
But that's not going to
or
automatically mute them, though. Like, they're going to scream out in pain.
Right.
yeah,
And
you don't
then when
stab them.
they do scream, that's when you drive it in deeper to get the point.
Oh, my God.
I see what you did there. That's a funny
Yeah.
pun.
Mm-hmm.
Be a teacher.
But you stab next to their hand on the desk. So you send a message first,
Yeah, you scare them.
and then if they're not quiet, that's when you stab their hand.
Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. You inflict that injury first. You set the precedent that you don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, then what if you hit them with the back end of it? Is this what you're
All
not
right. Let's
stabbing
get
him
like
for?
actual on topic here. Anyway, so are
Corporal
you,
punishment.
yeah, are you nervous about like getting your first teaching job?
Uh, eh, no. I like no.
Really? You're not
Yeah,
nervous at all about like going on interviews and shit?
no.
Yeah.
I blame scouts for that. Honestly,
Yeah, what's to be
Oh.
nervous about?
I've become numb to interviews at this point. It's
Okay, so what are you looking for? Like, are you looking to get a job right away, or are you looking to be a sub? Are you looking to, like, what do you want?
I think because I'm entering on ground, like below ground floor. Like I'm like my expectations are so fucking low.
That's
Yeah.
really
I'm
smart.
like, whatever you're willing to give me is what. If you want me to clean, like I'm not below cleaning. I'm not below Charlie work here.
I mean, you could just have a teaching job fall into your lap, like some people we know.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. We know some fucking people. Anyway.
I mean, I
Um,
wouldn't be surprised.
I don't mean to be a shady bitch about it, but
That's
but
how
you
Barnes
are.
and Noble happened.
Yeah. So, okay, so what if, like, you went on an interview tomorrow for, like, a full-time English teacher position, like, and you accepted it, and, like, now you are, like, an official teacher, like, after you, because, you know, after you're certified and all of that, like, would you be ready for that?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay,
doubt
because
it.
I don't feel ready,
only
and
one
I'm
way to
already
find
like in
out.
a school, and I don't feel ready.
Hey, yeah, only one way to find out. It's
Yeah.
trial by fire.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let me ask you this question because I was never taught this in school, and I don't know if you were then either because we went to the same fucking school.
Put it on the tip and roll till he hit the base.
You knuckle the beam.
I don't have to worry about that anymore. Anyway, so do you know all of the fucking requirements and shit that you have to keep up with for being a teacher? Okay, yeah, I didn't know either. And that was so fucking loud. I had to do all of this goddamn research. Like, I knew kind of, because I did research on my own, not from any type of teaching that gave us, but like, I know about the 180 hours that we need for Act 48 in a span of 5 years. I also know that your certificate is going to expire in 6 years. And I know that you have to, like, you start at level 1 and then you have to get to like instructional 2 by the end of that 6 years. But it's years of teaching, not years that have gone by. But then I also found out that you need like 6 observations to be done, and you need 6 evaluations to be done, like good evaluations. And that you have to take, I think, 24 credits before you get to instructional 2. So where was all this info? Like, did you know any of that? Because I didn't.
No,
I
I
only
knew
about
about
that because I have friends that are teachers.
Okay.
I knew about some of the timeline stuff because my aunt is a teacher, but beyond that, not really.
And
Okay.
one of my friends got her master's at home, which is hilarious.
Oh, really?
What a shame.
She's doing good. She loves it.
Okay.
Well, that's how I feel every time I'm on Indeed or something and I'm looking through requirements for any kind of lab or biological tech, and I don't know half of the shit that they require. It was the wrong school to go to for this.
I feel like any school that you go to, though, is going to be that way.
No, especially because people only go to for 3 things: teaching, nursing, pre-med.
Yeah,
That's it.
good point.
That's it.
Yeah,
If you want to focus on ecology or anything environmental, anything that's not pre-med, teachers will legitimately just kind of give up on you.
That's so not the point. Like, what the hell? You know, did I tell you guys that I talked a student into, like, not really going to...
Good for you.
Yeah.
I've also done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I don't want to fucking screw them over. Like, she was telling me, like, first of all, she was so fucking nervous because she was taking the SATs again. And she was like, I just feel like I didn't do well enough the first time. And I was like, to be perfectly honest with you, though, like, college really doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that made her feel better. And then I was like, oh, do you know where you're going to go to college? And she was like, well, I'm thinking. And I was like, don't go there. And she was like, oh, my God, why? Oh, my God.
You should have
Right,
only.
like-
They definitely don't give a shit about SAT scores.
So,
They don't. No, they don't give a shit about anything.
even though I did kick ass on my SATs because I was drunk as shit.
You were drunk when you took the SATs? Casey Michael. Oh
I might
my
as well
god.
have been.
I walked away with like a 14 something somehow.
Out of 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Wow, yeah, you did good.
I don't remember what I wrote about though. I don't remember what I did.
Well, I could tell you exactly what I did.
What'd you do?
I ended up walking away with like a 13 some,
Same.
and it took me 20 minutes to write the entire essay, and then I drew a whale for the remainder of the time, like a really detailed whale.
It's the way to fucking do it.
Well, I'm still nervous as fuck to get my own classroom. I don't feel like I could be hired and then know exactly what the fuck I'm doing when I get into the classroom. Like, do you feel confident with that at all?
Oh hell no.
Okay. All right, good. I'm not alone.
Well, you're just starting out, so you
Yeah,
kind of course, you're not going to know what you're supposed to
Yeah.
be doing.
there's a level of acceptance if I don't know, and
Yeah.
that's fine. You know, like I know that once I start, I need to find someone within the school to become a friend. You know, befriend them, and then
Right.
use them for information.
Yeah.
That's
I've done
what I'm
that
gonna
with
do.
like
That's like a
yeah,
mentor.
right, exactly. I've done that with like two people in particular, but there's still nobody my age. Like I feel very out of place. Like all of the students, like I'm 8 years older than, and all of the teachers are like either in their mid 30s, early 40s area, and I'm like, I'm all over by myself.
There's no incentive to become a teacher nowadays. There's nothing there. So why the hell would somebody do it?
Right.
Right.
We're
That just makes me worried.
the two of us are idiots for pursuing something that we enjoy.
Hey man, this was like a last resort career option. Like I'm gonna just put that out there.
Same.
This was not my first choice.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Dude,
same.
What was your first choice? Both of you.
Casey, you go first.
Oh, I didn't really have a first choice. Like I just wanted like a job. I had ideas growing up, but like nothing was properly fostered or developed.
Okay.
Because growing up, I didn't do like a traditional grade school. Like my first couple years of school were at something called a Montessori school, which amounted to just mildly supervised daycare
Oh,
Nice.
at best.
gotcha. Okay. Well, are you happy with what your degree is in?
I guess I don't know. I did it. I worked hard. I worked my ass off. It would have
You
been
did.
nice to have gotten better results out of it, but that's what it is.
But there's still time though. It's not like, your search is over.
No, but like still, I would have liked slightly more expedient results. I too would have liked to have had a job thrown in my lap because of somebody I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then be named like the top performer within a couple months because you're the only one there.
Right.
Yeah. What about you, Dave? What was your first choice?
Well, my real first choice was the priesthood.
Oh, that's right.
We've-
Yeah, you did say that.
We've been down that path now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted to be like Hitler.
Honestly, I thought both of you would be like, I didn't have a first choice because I thought I'd be dead by now. So
Also that.
yeah.
I mean, if you want to get real, my real first choice was like superhero.
Yeah, but then your family fucking shot you in the foot with that.
It is, it's what families do.
Have realistic aspirations.
Yeah. Oh well.
But the other one in my teenage years, I guess, high school time, it was like content creator. So I'm kind of living a dream right now.
Oh hey, there you go. Nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
We do create
Yeah.
content, questionable, but we create it.
People listen. At least 50 people on each episode this season. So except
Well,
for the most recent.
Yay! Hi 50 people. I'm so excited about that. Like that makes me happy. That makes me really happy.
I don't know if
Like
they're real
people want
people
to
or
listen
not.
to our bullshit.
People
I don't
with
know if they're
even
real.
less going on in
Yeah.
their lives want to listen to our bullshit.
Oh god. Yeah.
And
I mean,
our-
I'd like to be a content creator. But like besides this, but
Mm-mm.
it's just there's no
There's,
like
there's no viable platform anymore.
YouTube's
Between-
gone to shit.
YouTube has gone to shit.
Worse than YouTube, Twitch.
Really?
Which has
Twitch,
gone.
Twitch and its insane DMCA crackdown. Like, you can't have any fraction of any sort of copyrighted music on your channel.
Oh my God.
Otherwise, it'll get shut down, or you'll get fined or arrested or some crazy shit.
Yep.
Jesus.
Not even Pornhub is safe anymore.
Nope.
How is Pornhub not safe?
Because recently they purged almost like 2/3 of the videos on their site because, what was it, Visa and MasterCard backed out of their sponsorship for the site because they had found out, like, oh yeah, if you dig deep enough into their videos, there's some videos of serious abuse. There's borderline, or if not completely accurate, child. So now it's only verified content creators are allowed to create content or are allowed to upload videos on Pornhub.
I would like to unpack that for a second. When you say, like, videos of abuse, like, how do you know the difference? Not you, but, like, how do you know the difference of, like, it being abuse versus acting?
I don't,
you know what I mean?
Because so much of that content was, like, homemade and unregulated. Literally anybody could upload anything.
Right.
For fuck's sake, how many seasons of, like, Seinfeld were on Pornhub?
God.
B-movie was just on Pornhub.
Okay, and then what do you mean by child? Like, is it because it's 18? Like,
it's not like I went and investigated and purged the videos myself.
Well, no, I know, but, you know.
I would imagine that since they're unverified, there's no way to prove whether or not they are actually 18.
Yeah.
Right.
So therefore, it's better to just assume on the side of caution than to not.
And in the process, purge like 4.5 million videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not to, like, you know, dox myself or anything, but they did get rid of one of my guys on there that I was, like, super pissed about.
Huh.
They got rid of all his videos.
Recently, or?
Yeah.
Oh, so he was part of the purge. Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was because he made some post about it on Tumblr, and he was like, yeah, they got rid of a couple of them, and then I just decided to take them all down.
Yeah, a lot of people are just dipping out. A lot of people just don't want any part of it because I think PayPal backed out of, like, support and sponsorship, and then a couple different credit cards backed out.
Once money backed out, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a site called Siren?
No.
So that's like a new and upcoming site that both of my guys are on, and it's essentially like Pornhub but for listening only, so it's all audio stuff. They talk really highly about it because they don't take a huge percentage out of everything, and they don't, you know, like, they actually treat people with fucking respect, believe it or not. So, I mean, I guess that's a good thing for them. I'm, like, really surprised about Pornhub because, like, whenever you think of anything regarding pornography, your mind automatically goes to Pornhub.
Yeah, more or less. But like I said, I think it was a smart decision out of desperation.
Oh, hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah. No sponsor.
Yeah.
Not that you expected us to have sponsors at this time anyway.
Not yet. Yeah.
But yeah, the internet's dying.
Yeah.
But somehow also thriving. Unless you have an OnlyFans, then you're fucking fine.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say, we should put our podcast in OnlyFans and see what happens.
Yeah, because that's what they're going to an OnlyFans for.
Yeah.
Well, who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
I saw a TikTok the other day of this girl who is like a stripper at a club or something. And she was talking about how she read an article about like an EMT, and how this person that wasn't making enough money saving people. So she started an OnlyFans, and the article completely doxed her and, like, said her name, where she fucking lived, and, like, everybody's, like, freaking out, like, oh my God, I can't believe you would do that. First of all, shut the fuck up, because almost everybody loves that type of stuff, unless, like, you're asexual and just not into it at all, which is fine.
I don't like OnlyFans.
Okay, but my point being, it's sexual in nature.
Yeah.
And most people enjoy that every now and again. And if you need to make extra money, I'm fucking fine with it as long as everything is legal and consensual. Cool. But are you fucking kidding me that she can't make enough money to live by saving people's lives? No.
No.
She has to go and do that.
No,
Yes,
because because that's the way some of these things work. That's the way
Bullshit.
this economy works.
Great.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were some teachers out there that also had an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
They could get in
Oh,
I mean, that's
big trouble. But
yeah,
I mean,
that's
like, I would
nerve-wracking a
not be
little bit.
surprised.
That's what
Yeah.
masks and voice modulators are for.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Yep. You don't even have to show your face. Honestly,
No,
You don't.
just show the orifice you're shoving something into.
that's all you need.
That's it.
People will pay $9 a month for that.
Yeah. Probably.
They won't pay $5 a month for us on Patreon.
Because we're not giving them anything. What are we giving them?
Hey,
Nothing.
I threw out the idea that I will throw in one picture of my foot to every $5 patron.
All right, hold on. I think Casey and I should do like a photo shoot of our feet for like hobbits.
I will show Toby.
Did I tell you about like the guy who asked me for feet pics?
Did you do it?
No. Okay, so here, hang on. I'm like switching positions so I can get into this
That
story.
money.
So yeah, right. So like I was talking to him because I knew him from like way back when. Like I was best friends with his sister for a while. So we were just kind of like talking and catching up. And the reason that he reached out to me was because I posted a picture on Instagram that provoked his interest, so to speak. It was literally me in my Flyers jersey. Like, yeah. So
Look out.
yeah, I know. And I had shorts on, but the jersey was long enough because it's like a big jersey that it covers the shorts. So he reached out to me, we started talking and all that. And he tells me that like he's really into feet. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's really interesting. I don't understand it. Can you help me understand? Because I want to be educated. And he was like kind of playing around with the idea. He was like, would you be open to selling pics to me? And I thought about it and I was like, there's nothing sexual about it to me. So, and it's a way to make money. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't really against it. And then I talked to Joe and Joe was not comfortable with it, which I understand. And then I was kind of like, yeah, okay, like, nah, no. Plus he has a girlfriend. So she ended up like reading all of those messages and she was like, oh, she like threw him in the doghouse. And I was like, I don't want to cause issues. Like, no.
This must be some good feet then. Like
I really don't have that great of feet. I really don't.
Risk it all.
From what I've understood, it's usually like the weirder the feet, the better.
Really? I thought it was like the prettier the feet. Because he told me that it was all about like the sole of the feet. Like not the toes or anything. It's like the sole and the heel.
Or was he talking about the heart? You know what I'm saying? Like how the foot makes him feel.
Oh my God.
The soul of
David.
And that's what really gets going. It's the soul.
This
really
is not where I
towing the
thought this
line here.
conversation was gonna go, but with me it always goes here, doesn't it?
I try to toe the line every so often, Casey.
I'm just gonna have to bring you to heel.
Hey.
I will not heal. I'll keep footing along.
Actually, you know what's funny? I was talking to my dad last night about like all of this type of bullshit, and he mentioned something about how, now don't quote me, but how like bisexual people are sex addicts. And I was like, wait a minute, what?
But yeah, because one gender isn't enough, so they gotta dip into both pools.
It's not that you don't have enough, it's that you just like both. How does that make me a sex addict? But then like I'm thinking, dude, I literally talk about this shit all the time.
Because Franken beans isn't just enough anymore. You just gotta have all the taco now.
You're like a Pokemon trainer. You gotta catch them all.
I gotta catch them all. No, but like I don't think that I'm a sex addict. I think that if people are very sex positive and they talk about it and they're not afraid of it, like me, then they get deemed as being like a freak who just wants sex all the time. And it's like, no, I'm just not afraid to have this conversation because I'm a legit adult. Yes, David.
Shout out to the Puritans.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, fair enough.
They left their giant ass footprint all across America.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Ooh, you know, be selling feet pics nowadays? Puritans, no doubt. Because it's the least sexual part of the body, but it's the most fetishized. they would make a killing.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Puritans would make a killing selling feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they'd probably get killed selling feet pics too. But I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, are feet better than animals?
Well, they make the argument that like animals can't consent.
Oh boy,
So
that's a whole other topic.
it is. But like that's just, I mean, I don't know.
I
You
have a
can't-
random fact.
Okay.
Sorry to cut you off, Misty,
No,
a
you're
little
fine.
bit. I learned yesterday that Abraham Lincoln pardoned somebody on Thanksgiving, while also pardoning the Thanksgiving turkey for the first time. And the person who he pardoned, I don't have his name, but he was caught in the act of bestiality, and Abraham Lincoln pardoned a person in the act of bestiality while pardoning the turkey.
So wait, did he give the guy the pardon while the guy was doing the bestiality?
I mean, I
Like,
wasn't there,
walked
and there
into
was a
the
turkey.
room. He walked into the room as he's like up to his nuts in the guts of some cow.
I mean, how else did you expect them to baste the turkey back then?
Stuffing had a whole different meaning.
Why do you think it's a staple?
Okay,
Alright,
well
No, stuffing is disgusting. It
It's
is wet bread mush. It
well,
is.
so is like bread pudding, and that's gross too.
anything that you're trying to just add white bread to something, you might as well just stop.
It's not good.
It's not going to happen
Agreed.
Like
unless
you,
it's a sandwich.
you can't fool me that there's flavor in this just because you had your wet bread mush shoved in the ass of a turkey for 17 hours.
It
That's
just
not gonna-
sounds wrong.
Yeah, it's not going to fix the problem that you're trying to get me to eat, essentially just gooey bread.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Absolutely
and
not.
it's just gross to me that you're eating something that was inside of a living being. Not really into that.
That's not peachy keen on your part.
No.
What about something that was on the outside of a living being?
Like what?
Like a boiled egg? You're trying to get at the fact that you eat skin flakes like fucking Goldfinger?
No.
You know those pedicure things that you use to scrape the
I have
No,
those.
I don't use that. I just put it on your salad like as cheese, like shredded
yeah, it's
cheese or
Parmesan.
something.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's delicious.
I
You know-
wonder if somebody who had a foot fetish would do that.
Probably.
Probably.
Oh my god, I want to know.
They probably sell. They probably do that, and then they sell it on eBay.
Yeah, like that one Twitch girl that sold her bathwater.
We
You
should
could even
sell Struggle
hundo-
You
City
can
bath
do
water.
that?
No,
You could sell anything.
disgusting.
Yeah, but like, how do you even know it was like legit? You know, like maybe it was just regular water that she made like $40 off of or something.
And that's
Probably was.
Isn't that just bottled water?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you could essentially, instead of throwing out your socks, sell them on eBay and say they were from some e-girl on Twitch, and you could make twice the amount that you paid for them, and you've
Yeah.
gotten to wear them. Did we just break the internet? I think we just figured out we should try this. This is how we're gonna fund season 4.
Let's not do that.
So yeah, wait, are we in season 3 right now, or did we start season 4
This
Yeah,
is episode 14.
of season 3? Okay.
Correct.
So we should do something that like really gives it flavor, I guess. Like for the last episode of season 3, and then for the first one of season 4, we should do something really big.
All right, so season 3 will record the season finale of season 3. We'll record ourselves scraping our toes into a jar, like a mason jar, and then
No.
Okay.
season 4 will kick off with the results of our eBay auction, and that'll be the kickoff.
Oh. Let us know in the comments if you want to do that, because I
If you want to
don't.
buy my toe flakes,
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I like this. This is fine.
and I'll even give you a bowl, like a bowl of my shower water that you can eat your toe flakes with.
I'm gonna throw up. Ew.
For seasoning, I will even trim my beard, and you can add that to Dave's toe flakes bathwater brulee.
Ooh, I'll
Why
trim my
stop
beard
at your
too.
face hair? Why not go down to your pubes?
Well, see, that's when it becomes sexual, and that's not okay.
And also beards are just face pubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You both have them.
And if you want, I can pluck a few eyebrows in there too.
Dude, I am not getting rid of any more of my fucking eyebrows. I have like the smallest eyebrows ever because of my sister. She decided to fucking pluck them when I was a child and they never grew back right. And then she took me to go get them waxed one day, but I didn't know what that meant because I was still a child. And now they look like this.
That's your fault for trusting your sister.
Rule number 1, never trust your sister.
Did I tell you that I told your idea, Case, about how
I have a lot of dumb ideas. Which one?
about how might have Munchausen's?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Wow, that really makes sense." So yeah, my sister might have Munchausen's.
It really fucking tracks, and that's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
All right, so I left the pause there so that way we can cut some stuff out because there was a few names and a couple of mental illness diagnostics. So maybe we
Oh
won't
yeah,
include that.
I'm a doctor and can diagnose mental illness on the spot like that. I hate that we have to say that type of shit though. Like we have to like be so careful and we have to like really make sure that we drive everything home of not being offended and making sure that you all know that I'm not a fucking doctor. You know what I mean? Like, ugh.
I'm not a doctor, but I'll take a look.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that because this is going out to the internet and it's no one else's business. I
No,
just
I
did
know,
the first
and-
aid responder thing, so I'm essentially diagnosing people every time I try to help them. So
Yeah.
you kind of have to,
Get down.
you know, in order to make the correct push in a direction for them to get help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's a level of doctoriness to it.
There's a couple students in like a mental health club at my school. They asked, because I volunteered to be a guest speaker, and then they were like, yeah, can you be a guest speaker? So I'm going to talk to them about my crisis counseling stuff. But I realized like, yeah, I have to be careful because like I'm a certified counselor, but like not really, you know, so I have to be careful with what I tell them is okay and isn't okay and X, Y, and Z. Thank you, Casey. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see how that goes, but I was really excited about it, and now I'm like a little nervous.
You should be terrified.
I made a Google Doc.
Google
Yeah.
Doc.
Google Doc. It's like 10 fucking pages
Of what?
Words.
of like everything that I've learned for crisis counseling.
Oh.
Like it's basically like I put some disclaimers in there saying like, hey, I'm not a therapist, so you know, this is all just my experience. I put a couple of small examples from like actual conversations that I've had, and you know, I didn't say like their names or anything, like, you know, privacy is legit with it. And
Nerd.
I put like all of the steps of the conversation that you need to do. I put examples of feedback that I've gotten from texters, examples of what like the students can say if they're ever in a situation like this with somebody else. And, you know, I left room
Wait.
for questions.
Who set up the mental health thing, the mental health club?
It's been a thing at this school apparently for like a couple years. That's
Is this a thing schools do or have always done, or did I just go to a really fucking terrible high school?
well,
No,
both.
this is,
You
like,
did
new.
go to a terrible high school.
It's becoming less like weird.
Stigmatized.
Yeah, stigmatized.
Okay, because I'm sure I brought it up before, but my high school, my graduating class had like a record number of suicides.
You said that in the last episode previous
Yeah,
to
that's
this one.
okay.
So I mean, like,
That's scary. It really is.
yeah, and
That's
it's
insane.
getting worse.
Speaking
What is this
of
world
that
where
though,
teachers care about students?
It's because now it's now all of us young people who are also dealing with the same bullshit. We're just like, we don't want them to go through it.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I want everybody to go through it, like retail.
Well, you're cynical.
Well, no,
Side-
'cause
little
I want
side
it to be
note.
like retail because I want everybody to go through it and understand, like, oh my god, they're not faking.
I think that's fair though. I do.
Yeah.
People should experience that type of shit. But Dave, you were gonna say something?
Yeah. And so my sister and I were about 6 years apart, so that's like an entire generation, like culturally. So she was raised in a different world than I was. But she's like personality wise, like me. And it's terrifying because I can tell everything that she's going through before she even tells anybody else. And that scares the shit out of me. But when I was in grade school, I made a prediction that I'm going to die by the age of 27. Right? I was like, that's it. That's the time I'm going to go. I don't know how. That 27 makes sense.
It's a club, you know. That's when all the musicians died.
Yeah, I'm going to have a white lighter in my pocket and everything, the whole shebang. The first teacher and podcaster to be added to that club.
Nice. Proud of you, boy.
But I asked her yesterday, I was like, did you set an age when you were, you thought you were going to just not exist anymore? And she's like, yeah. I was like, well, did you pass it or is it like in the future? She's like, I passed it 2 years ago.
Oh, God.
And hers was 17. And I'm just like, so you didn't think you were going to make it past 17? That's like an entire 10 years off of mine.
So, okay, do you think that everybody are not going to exist anymore?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, okay, so Dave, your age was 27. Case, what was yours?
Oh, I was expecting like 20, 25.
Okay. Mine kept changing, I guess, like when I was younger. And this goes back to like the whole food issue that I have, like my relationship with food. And I would say like, because my dad would ask me like, when are you going to start trying new foods? When are you going to start doing this and that? And I was like, okay, I'll pick an age. I'll do it when I'm 16. And then 16 kept getting closer. And then I was like, okay, I'll do it when I'm 18. Like I kept putting it off. And then eventually I was like, I just don't want to. I don't want to be here. So I thought either 17 or like 22.
So it sounds like more so than the food being an issue was you setting that goal and just kind of not, I guess, arbitrarily just it placing such a burden on this idea that I think it built up too much in your mind.
Yeah, it's like so much anxiety of like constantly getting closer to that age. I've always had an issue, and I will probably have an issue for a long time.
Yeah, I'm the wrong person to come to with this. I have a meat list, so.
No, I know, but you've also known this about me for fucking years.
No, this is new.
We've been friends for like what, 4 years now?
No, this is completely new information.
That's why whenever we go out to eat, I get the same fucking thing every time.
Yeah, basically.
But like, okay, this is me being all self-conscious. Like, does it bother you?
I don't give a shit.
Okay. Dave, does it bother you?
Dave died.
I mean, I know he was muting, but...
No, literally the only thing that bothers me anytime we went out to go eat was your fucking pickle thing. The only thing that ever bothered me.
But like, it didn't bother you in a legit way where you were like, wow, I fucking hate you right now. It was just, you're fucking weird.
No, that's just it. But it's just like that. It was just so weird because you had to do it every time. And you did it with like this fucking religious fervor, but you just couldn't wait to sniff that pickle.
That made it sound so sexual. It's not. It's literally me smelling the pickle.
She couldn't wait to huff that gherkin.
They smell good. I don't know what it is.
I bought you that fucking candle.
Yeah, I have lit it.
Oh, ew.
It doesn't really doesn't smell very good lit, but that's okay. But thank you, Dave, for telling me that it doesn't bother you. He texted in the group chat.
I saw.
It doesn't tickle the pickle.
It does indeed tickle her pickle.
Ah, okay.
All right, I'm still breaking up. Okay, I'll mute again.
But you were okay right there. It was just the pickle part.
Oh, my pickle got cut off?
Nope, turn it off. So this episode really didn't have a set topic.
This is what happens when you don't let me do the intro. Things go off the fucking rail.
That's not true. I just didn't get to say what our topic was. And
Are
then
you
we all
sure?
just started talking. Yeah.
Are you sure? If you look at every other one that we've done, where I've done the intro, we stayed on topic.
I think that's a lie. Like, Dave will have to let us know about that because he goes through all the videos.
Yeah. I'm willing to say it's probably pretty consistent, though.
Fine. You can do the intro next time.
Okay.
All right?
It'll be great.
How are we doing on time?
They took off the time limit, so we're at the
Oh.
15-minute mark.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so Dave says we've been on for almost an hour
Mm-hmm.
of just not any specific topic at all. So,
I can change the topic because I actually thought of something while we were sitting here.
well, should we do that in the next episode, which we can just do right now? But
Yeah,
like
and then
stop
if-
this one and go to the next one.
If Dave feels enterprising or up to it, he can just cut it into two.
I mean, that works for me.
Yeah, because why go through the hassle of breaking down, sending out another email, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Dave's computer's blowing up.
Yeah. So go ahead. Do you want to close the episode then?
No, you opened this trash fire. You get to put the lid on.
It's not trash fire. Well, thanks for fucking watching and listening. I already fucked it up. Thanks for listening to another Struggle City podcast episode where we clearly struggle all the fucking time. Follow us on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, maybe Twitch. YouTube also has not really been updated lately, but that's okay. Follow us. We love you.
This is a disaster.
Okay, bye.